Hello, welcome back to Novel Idea. My name is Dia. Today I would like to talk to you about my January plans. I cannot believe, I think everybody says this, can't believe that we're almost to January. So, need to tell you kind of what my thoughts are and what my plans are and what my possibilities are. So if you see something here that you would like to join in on, just let me know. I have buddy reads for most of what I'm going to show you right now because I leave so much room for mood reading. And so most of these have already got buddy reads with them, but I am always willing to, add another buddy to the buddy read. So currently right now I am reading Augustus by John Williams, and I will continue this into January. I am currently in Book 2, Chapter 2 right now, and really enjoying this. I don't know what I expected when I picked it up, but it is letters and journal entries, and I'm hearing from a bunch of different voices and a bunch of different walks of life, and it's creating a very well-rounded picture of who Caesar Augustus was. And so I'm really, really appreciating that aspect of this. The only part that has been difficult is that with those many voices, it's not following a linear timeline. And so we'll be talking about Caesar when he has actually become Caesar, and then all of a sudden we're talking about him as a little boy. And there are just different moments where I'm like, okay, so what I just read about hasn't happened yet in this moment, but overall I'm really, really enjoying it. And I'll continue this one into January. And then my friend Dave over at Book Blather and his little dog Olive, the three of us have been reading through the Tarzan series together, and we are on book 5, and it took me a while to get this one, or we would have probably already read it, but we're reading it in January, and that is Tarzan and the Jewels of Opar. And this one sounds like it might be quite different from the books that I have read of Tarzan thus far. This cover is so weird. It's so 70s. So let's see when this one was done. So this was originally published in 1916, and this one was published in 1972. I could tell by the cover. Tiffany's Patreon, but I don't think it's limited to the Patreon, have decided that they would like to read through Lord of the Rings together. So in December we read The Hobbit, and in January we are going to be reading Fellowship of the Ring. This is a reread for me. How many times have I read Fellowship? I've read The Hobbit more than I've read Fellowship of the Ring, but I think I've read this at least twice. So this will be like my third time. I really love this copy. I think it is beautiful, and it does have a few little illustrations in it, but like I said, reread, and whole month of January we'll be reading this. Another thing that usually takes place in January that is not going to be taking place in January this year is Flanery O January. And so we normally read a Flannery O'Connor book in the month, and then we have live shows and we discuss it and all of that. Last year we did Wise Blood. I can't remember if, I don't think there was a group book the year before. I think it was just read Flannery. And so there's not going to be a scheduled event this year, but as Tiny Tim would say, I'm going to hold it in my heart all year long. At least for the month of January. And I am going to be rereading Flannery's Mystery and Manners. This is a bunch of different pieces of prose that she wrote. And so I am going to really enjoy it, I know. This one and her diaries and her letters, her prayer journal rather, not her diaries, but her prayer journal and her letters are my favorite of Flannery. So I know I'm gonna love this. But I just actually bought this. I didn't own it until now. So really excited to be reading it and be able to shelve it afterwards. I picked this up a while ago, and it seems like it's probably more of a summer book, but I just really want to read it. And so I am going to be reading Winesburg, Ohio by Sherwood Anderson. And if you have seen my favorites videos of 2023, you will know how much I love just a good, solid, normal family kind of story. Normal individual. There's nothing exotic, nothing special, nothing like grotesque or anything. I love just these mundane, normal, everyday life kind of stories. And I think that's what this is going to be. Young man who ends up living in this town and just about the people that he builds relationship with. And I'm just really looking forward to it. All right, and then my fantasy group that I have been reading standalone fantasy novels with. That is Jack from Spreadbook Joy, Gemma from Gemma Books, Sandy from Ms. Reads a Lot, and myself. And we are going to tackle Janny Wess's To Ride Hell's Chasm. I picked this up 2 years ago when I heard Dr. Philip Chase and Joanna, I can't remember Joanna's channel name, but I will link it down below. But I heard them talking about this book, and I think they did an author interview on Philip's channel, and it just sounded so wonderful. And so I searched on eBay for a copy of it, and I found this. And so the ladies have kindly agreed to read this with me because I've been bugging them for a while. So I'm very excited. I hope it lives up to the goodness that both Philip and Joanna said that it was. And then also, I would like to begin also another book that I just recently picked up, and that is Look Unto Me by Charles Spurgeon. And this is a year-long devotional. And so I would love to begin this on January 1st. and go all year long reading Charles Spurgeon. I had such a glorious experience last Christmas reading Charles Spurgeon for Advent, and then this year reading Joy in Christ's Presence with a wonderful group of people. And so I would just like to continue reading him, and I found this very inexpensively, if not free. I don't remember for sure, but I just thought, I need this in my life. So this is the other one that I plan on for sure reading in the month of January. Now, I have a few others that I could possibly read, would like to maybe incorporate. I don't know yet if I'm going to or not. I have a bind up of the Bronte sisters' poetry, and so I would kind of like to maybe read that. I love reading poetry in the winter. I also have Amanda Gorman's Call Us What We Carry, or something like that. That is poetry, and I might dip into that one as well. So those two poetry works. I also have Emily Dickinson poetry. Might have to dip into that one. I don't know. I just know that there are these possibilities out there. The prompt for Chantel Reads All Day, she has a Read Your Bookshelf challenge that she does every year, and the first prompt is either a book with a cat on the cover or a book with a dog on the cover. So I may have to throw in one of those and start down. She's got a dual path that you can go down this year, and it's pretty fun. What a lot of work that must have been to put together. But the Ellen Montgomery path is the cat, and the Sherlock Holmes or Sir Arthur Conan Doyle path is the dog. And so depending on which book I choose, that's the path I will begin to go down. So I may end up doing one of those. But anyway, those are the definite pile. And here, I'll make a little book stack here so you guys can see. So these are definites. And of course, you know, this one is going to be all year. So this is going to be in every single month. And this one is going to be all the month of January to read. And this one I have already begun. And so I may finish that fairly quickly. Although it's pretty dense, so I don't know if I'm going to finish it quickly or not. But this one we won't start until mid-month. This one, the Tarzan book, we're starting right away. So, you know, there's going to be lots of room for mood reading, and I will try to keep you updated on what I'm reading. But there you go. Those are my definite plans for January. I'm very excited about a new year and getting started with a new set of books and finding a new favorite and all of that. So I hope that you guys are really looking forward to this new year as well. And I will talk to you again very soon in another video. Like if you liked it, subscribe if you want to. Bye.